Your liver is supposed to be your body's fat-burning engine. It processes everything you eat. It regulates your blood sugar. It decides what gets stored as fat and what gets burned for energy. Every single metabolic decision in your body passes through your liver first. But right now, for millions of people carrying excess weight, the liver has stopped doing its job. Not because it is lazy, because it is drowning in fat. And a liver drowning in fat does not just fail at processing food. It actively drives weight gain in every other part of your body. It sends signals to your fat cells to store more. It worsens your insulin resistance, it raises your blood sugar, and it makes losing weight feel biologically impossible. Welcome to Cellfresco. One belief drives everything we do here. Every cell has a healing food. Today we go inside your liver cells to show you exactly what fatty liver is doing to your weight at the cellular level, and the specific foods that send the signals to begin reversing it. Here is what we cover today. First, the issue: how fat accumulates inside liver cells, what it does to your metabolism, and why it drives weight gain throughout your body. Second, the solution. 3 specific foods each, sending one targeted cellular healing signal to one specific problem inside your liver cells. Third, your daily protocol. And finally, your action plan. Now the story: your liver contains millions of cells called hepatocytes. These are some of the most metabolically active cells in your entire body. Every hepatocyte is a tiny processing plant. It takes in fat, sugar, and protein from your blood. It converts them into usable energy. It packages excess fat for export, and it regulates the flow of glucose to keep your blood sugar stable. In a healthy liver, this process runs smoothly. Fat comes in, it is processed, it is exported or burned. The hepatocytes remain lean, efficient, and responsive to insulin. But research published in PNAS and confirmed by Yale University reveals what happens in obesity. When caloric intake consistently exceeds what the liver can process, fat begins to accumulate inside the hepatocytes themselves. Tiny droplets of fat called diacylglycerols, or DAGs, build up inside the liver cells. And this is where the cellular catastrophe begins. Research confirmed by Yale and published by the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that DAG accumulation inside liver cells activates an enzyme called PKC-epsilon. And PKC-epsilon does something devastating. It directly impairs the insulin receptor signaling in your hepatocytes. Your liver cells become insulin resistant. They stop responding to insulin properly. And when your liver becomes insulin resistant, it does something that drives weight gain throughout your entire body. It begins producing glucose continuously, even when you have already eaten, even when your blood sugar is already elevated. Your liver floods your bloodstream with glucose around the clock. More glucose means more insulin released. More insulin means more fat storage signaled to your fat cells. The liver that was supposed to regulate your metabolism is now actively fueling its breakdown. But the fat accumulation inside your hepatocytes does not stop at insulin resistance. Research published in Biomedicines confirms that as liver fat increases, the hepatocytes become inflamed. They release inflammatory cytokines that travel through your bloodstream and worsen insulin resistance in your muscle cells, your fat cells, and your brain. The liver inflammation spreads the metabolic dysfunction to every other system in your body. And research from the Journal of Clinical Investigation confirmed the cruel cycle. Insulin resistance drives more fat into the liver. More fat in the liver drives more insulin resistance. The cycle feeds itself, and every day it continues, losing weight becomes harder. But every hepatocyte in your body has a healing food. And the cellular mechanism of that healing is specific, researched, and powerful. Food 1. Coffee. The liver fat reduction signal. This may surprise you, but coffee is one of the most extensively researched foods for liver health, and its cellular mechanism inside hepatocytes is remarkable. Coffee contains chlorogenic acids and other polyphenols that directly activate AMPK inside your liver cells. AMPK is the energy-sensing enzyme we have discussed before. When AMPK is activated inside hepatocytes, it suppresses de novo lipogenesis, the process by which your liver converts excess glucose into fat. It directly reduces the production of new fat inside your liver cells. And it activates the fatty acid oxidation pathway, telling your hepatocytes to begin burning the existing fat stored in their lipid droplets. Research published in multiple major studies confirms that regular coffee consumption is associated with significantly lower rates of fatty liver disease, lower liver enzyme levels, and measurable reductions in liver fat content. And the mechanism is AMPK activation, leading to reduced fat production and increased fat burning directly inside the hepatocytes. You're not drinking coffee. You're activating AMPK inside your liver cells to switch off fat production and switch on fat burning simultaneously. 2 to 3 cups of black coffee every day. No sugar, no milk, your hepatocyte fat reduction signal. Food 2. Walnuts. The PKC-epsilon suppression signal. The DAGG accumulation inside your liver cells has activated PKC-epsilon. The enzyme impairs insulin signaling in your hepatocytes and is driving insulin resistance throughout your body. And the single most powerful food for suppressing this process is walnuts. Walnuts are extraordinarily rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, and polyphenols including ellagic acid. At the cellular level, these compounds do two critical things inside your hepatocytes. First, the omega-3 fatty acids compete with and displace the diacylglycerols, building up in your liver cell lipid droplets, directly reducing DAG accumulation and the PKC-epsilon activation it drives. Second, the polyphenols activate PPAR-alpha inside your hepatocytes, a nuclear receptor that directly stimulates fatty acid oxidation and reduces hepatic fat storage. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry confirmed that regular walnut consumption measurably reduces liver fat content, improves liver enzyme markers, and directly improves insulin sensitivity in hepatocytes by reducing the DAG-PKC-epsilon pathway that drives hepatic insulin resistance. You are not eating nuts. You are suppressing PKC-epsilon activation inside your liver cells, restoring insulin signaling in your hepatocytes, and reducing the fat accumulation that is driving your whole body insulin resistance. A small handful of walnuts every single day. Food 3. Beetroot. The liver inflammation shutdown signal. Your inflamed hepatocytes are releasing cytokines that are worsening insulin resistance throughout your body. And the single most powerful food for reducing hepatic inflammation is beetroot. Beetroot contains betalains, a unique class of antioxidant compounds found in very few other foods. And betalains work at a specific cellular level inside inflamed hepatocytes that makes them extraordinarily effective. They directly inhibit NAFLD activation inside liver cells, the same master inflammation switch we have discussed in fat cells. They suppress the production of TNF-alpha and IL-6 from hepatocytes, the exact inflammatory cytokines that are spreading insulin resistance to the rest of your body. But beetroot also contains betaine, a compound that directly reduces hepatic fat accumulation by supporting a process called methylation inside liver cells. Betaine helps your hepatocytes export fat more efficiently, reducing the lipid droplet accumulation driving the inflammatory cascade. Research confirms that beetroot and betalain consumption measurably reduces hepatic inflammation markers, reduces liver fat content, and improves insulin sensitivity in individuals with fatty liver disease. You are not eating a vegetable. You are switching off NAFLD inside your liver cells, stopping the inflammatory cytokines spreading insulin resistance to every cell in your body, and helping your hepatocytes export the fat that has been accumulating inside them. Half a cup of beetroot, or a glass of beetroot juice every day. Now your daily protocol. 3 foods, 3 cellular signals. Every day. Morning, 2 to 3 cups of black coffee, your AMPK activation and hepatocyte fat burning signal before your day begins. With any meal. A small handful of walnuts. Your PKC-epsilon suppression and liver insulin sensitivity restoration signal. Any time of day. Half a cup of beetroot or a glass of pure beetroot juice. Your hepatocyte inflammation shutdown and fat export signal. What to eliminate immediately? Fructose is the single most damaging substance for your liver. It is metabolized almost exclusively by your liver and directly drives de novo lipogenesis, flooding your hepatocytes with fat. Sugary drinks, fruit juices, and processed foods containing high fructose corn syrup must go immediately. Alcohol directly damages hepatocytes and drives fat accumulation. Refined carbohydrates spike insulin, which directly stimulates your liver to produce more fat. These are not just unhealthy choices. They are the exact cellular inputs driving the fatty liver that is making your weight impossible to shift. Now your action plan. 3 cellular problems. 3 healing foods, 3 signals. Black coffee every morning. Activates AMPK in hepatocytes to suppress fat production and switch on fat burning. Walnuts every day. Suppresses PKC-epsilon to restore insulin signaling in liver cells and reduce DAG accumulation. Beetroot every day. Shuts down NAFLD inflammation and helps hepatocytes export the fat, driving your whole body insulin resistance. Start tomorrow morning. Black coffee before breakfast, walnuts as your snack, beetroot with any meal. Your liver is not broken, it is overwhelmed. And when you give your hepatocytes the right signals consistently, the fat begins to clear, the inflammation subsides, the insulin resistance improves, and weight loss becomes biologically possible again. If this video finally connected your liver to your weight in a way nothing else has, please give it a thumbs up right now. It helps more people find this channel, and it means everything to us. Subscribe to Cellfresco. Every cell has a healing food. And every week we show you exactly which one. In our next video, we go inside your gut to show exactly how your gut bacteria are secretly controlling whether you store or burn fat, and the specific food that sends the signal to shift your microbiome toward fat burning. Keep healing, keep thriving,